Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have another book outlet haul for you because I have finally given up on not buying books because it's just not happening anymore. So let's just get right into it. So first, the book that made me sort of stop my book buying ban that I guess I was doing without really calling it that was a book outlet got in Midnight Sun. And I was able to talk myself out of it the first time I saw it, but then they got the signed edition in, and I was like, I need that. So obviously, I feel like everybody knows this is Twilight from Edward's perspective, and it was only like $12, and so I caved and bought it. It is like sort of like X-Acto knifed or something here, but whatever. It is signed on the inside, which is kind of cool. I've never seen a signed like Twilight book. I don't know if that's like something that's uncommon in Canada because I think this actually came from the US, so maybe that's something we don't even normally have here. I have no idea. With that, I ordered The Summer of '98 by Tay Marley. This is not like a spin-off and not really like a prequel, but kind of. This is a part of the QB Bad Boy and Me like book. I believe this is the boy in that book's parents' story. I don't fully remember that book, so I'll probably have to go back and skim through it to refresh my memory because I haven't read it since last summer, but I got this one to read now that I've read that one. Next, I got Trapeze by Leigh, Ansell, and this is a Wattpad book, which was honestly the sole reason I bought it. I've been trying to collect Wattpad books because eventually I want to do a video on published Wattpad romance books, and this is one I've had my eye on for a long time. It finally went on clearance for like $3, and it's about a girl who is a trapeze artist in the circus, and one night the circus tent burns down, and so I guess she gets kind of like stranded in this city in California where she meets this boy at a diner, and I would assume that there's a romance that comes from that, so that's what this book is. Then next, I just got Save the Date by Matson. This was like $3, and I needed it to get free shipping on one of the other books I was ordering, so I picked it up. I think this was the last Matson book that I didn't have, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, so picked that one up. Next, I got Not Like the Movies by Kerry, Winfrey. This is I believe it's like a sort of like a series of standalones that goes with Waiting for Tom Hanks. I thought Waiting for Tom Hanks was number 2, but apparently this one actually is, and Waiting for Tom Hanks is number 1, so I should probably read that one. But this is just the second one. I don't know what it's about because, like I said, I haven't read the first one because I was under the impression it was the second one. But it's a little romance. I think it's, I don't know if this is YA. It might be. Or maybe it's like young adult. I think they might be in college. So that one I got. Next, I got The Bride Test by Helen, Hoang. I hope that's how you say that. Which is the author of The Kiss Quotient, which is kind of cool. I didn't realize that. I haven't read that book yet either. This one is about a guy who really has like no interest in marrying, I'm pretty sure, but his mom is like determined that he's gonna marry this girl, so he finds his mom finds him this girl in a slum and basically offers her the opportunity to move to the US to be with her son, and of course this girl takes it because she sees it as an opportunity to move to the US and have a better life, and now she's trying to convince this guy that they should be together, which sounds pretty good. Like I said, I haven't read The Kiss Quotient yet or anything. I don't think this is related to that at all, but by the same author. The next 3 books I got all kind of go together. These are the Bromance Book Club, Undercover Bromance, and Crazy Stupid Bromance, and I've actually already read all of these and I love them. This one was my favorite for sure. I've already pre-ordered Isn't It Romantic, which comes out in July, I believe, if you didn't know. And I feel like I'm sort of backwards with these compared to everybody else because my like order of favorites is this one, and then this one. Like Bromance Book Club is actually my least favorite of the series so far, so I think that's kind of funny. But anyway, I got all of these. These are still available on Book Outlet, I believe, because I think they're starting to clear them out in anticipation of the new ones arriving. So I was able to get all of those for super cheap, which was nice. And the next 2 books, again, kind of go together. They're both by Helena Hunting. This is Kiss My Cupcake and Meet Cute. Meet Cute is about a girl who I believe ends up hooking up with a like actor that she was obsessed with and then completely fangirls in the morning. And I think he's like chill about it and they end up getting together. This one I'm not sure I'm gonna like. The synopsis wasn't great, but I trust Helena Hunting because I love the Puck series, so I feel like I need to branch out into her other books. This one's about a girl who opens a bakery next to a guy who's opening a bar or a restaurant, I believe, and they're like fighting over customers basically, I think, so they kind of hate each other. But I don't really get that because I feel like the clientele of a bakery and a bar are two very different like people. Like no one shows up at a bar and is like, oh, I'll settle for going to a bakery. Like they're two very different things, so I think that's sort of weird, but I'm interested to try that one out. Next, I just got this Vampire Diaries, like Stefan's Diaries Volume 4, The Ripper. I've been collecting all of these, so got that one. And then I got Forever With You by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is part of the Wait For You, Wait For Me series. I can't remember what it's called. I just finished reading this whole series. This is Nick and Stephanie's story, which is really good. If you haven't read this series, I highly recommend it. Wait For You is one of my favorite books ever. And so I just figured I would start collecting the whole series. Next is Side Effects May Vary by Julie Murphy. This is a sort of random book that I picked up, which sounds kind of interesting because it's about a 16-year-old girl who's diagnosed with leukemia, and she basically believes that she's going to die, and she does all these crazy things, like she tells all these people off and whatever, and just like all these things that she does specifically because she thinks she's not going to live much longer, and then she ends up going into remission and has to live with all of the things that she's now done that she wasn't anticipating having to live with. And so this just sounds really interesting, and I love the cover. It reminds me of Disney World, which I miss, and so I thought that was really cute, so that's why I got that one. And then the last book I got was The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. I'm gonna be honest, this was like such a total cover buy for me because they're like on a dock at a cottage, and that is so me. And this one is about a girl who, I believe she spends her summers in like this lake town, I guess kind of like a cottage town, and she grew up spending all her summers there, but she was like a different person there than she was when she was back at home, and now she's returning there, and I believe someone died, but I can't remember who, and basically she's just trying to figure out which version of herself she is, I think, like whether she's the lake version of herself or the like school year version of herself, I guess. And I'm guessing there's a boy involved because he's on the cover. So yeah, Sarah Dessen's obviously a very popular YA romance author, so I've been slowly collecting some of her books as well because I've never read any of them. And so this one sounded like it would be the most up my alley out of what she has to offer. And so that was everything I got at Book Outlet this time. I do have a coupon code down below if you want $10 off your first order from them. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time.